Just prior to this September did the Asahi newspaper compile a fascinating timeline of Mongolian success in pro sumo. So let's remind ourselves of some significant moments. The first was in March 1992, when the current coach Oshima, then known as Kyokutenho, debuted alongside compatriots Kyokutenzan and Kyokushuzan in the days when stables could still house multiple foreign wrestlers. This merry band of three were the first Mongolians in the professional game, and it would take over 3 years for Kyokushuzan to become Mongolia's first salaried fighter. January 1999 then gave us the debut of Asashoryu, who would be followed through Wakamatsu stables doors by Asasekiryu, the current coach Takasago, exactly 12 months later. The year after that, though, would deliver not only the highest number of Mongolian recruits, but also the most impressive array. These three heroes included. At the time, they merely looked mouth agape at swashbuckling Asashoryu, the first Mongolian Ozeki as of September 2002, and the first Mongolian Cup winner just 2 months later. The Blue Dragon would require just the one more meet to become his country's first pro sumo Yokozuna. January 2004 saw this man go the full 15 unbeaten for the first time out of 5. As he did so, Tamawashi was taking his first pro dohyo steps. And while the Eagle was just about scraping into Division 3, Asashoryu became the first man alive to claim all 6 cups in a calendar year. Hakuho flirted with Yokozuna status in mid-2006, but would need until May of the subsequent year to finally seal the deal. Thus was ushered in the first era of Mongolians topping both the east and west sides of the rankings chart. Harumafuji's Ozeki debut rather fatefully coincided with the pro debut of Takanoiwa, who would later prove central to Haruma's sumo demise. The May of 2011, meanwhile, fought under dimmed lights to save energy post-Great Northeastern Earthquake, and under only semi-official conditions due to the match-fixing scandal, saw Hakuho seal an unprecedented 7th straight Emperor's Cup. He did so as this man he'd helped recruit made his professional bow. 12 months on from that, and Kyokutenho became the oldest wrestler of any nationality to capture a maiden Emperor's Cup, at 37 years, 8 months. He was naturalized Japanese by that point. Hakuho, who posed as flag bearer for a truly surreal title parade, claimed this title win pleased him more than any of his own. Just 4 months further on, and he'd be beaten by Harumafuji in an all-time sumo epic, and in front of the watching ex-Asashoryu, to get the closest possible view of the crowning of Mongolia's third Yokozuna. A fourth would be unveiled in the March of 2014, just 2 months after Ichinojo strode through professional doors. By September, he'd be fighting Kakuryu, and collecting sumo's earliest ever gold star on a barnstorming top-flight debut. January of 2015 saw Hakuho achieve his career-long dream of overtaking the great Taiho's record for Emperor's Cups won. By May, he'd be clearly struggling for further motivation, just as this current star was entering the fold. The end of 2017 saw Harumafuji forced out, the media frenzy nigh drowning out the news of this man's impending debut. The two events almost overlapped. The summer of 2021 gave us Mongolia's 5th Yokozuna, who is somehow still at the rank, while the winter of that year brought us the debut of Oshoma, the 66th man to carry his country's standard into pro sumo at that point. 2023 saw both Kirishima and Hoshoryu rise to the rank of Ozeki, the latter sealing Mongolia's 99th cup, the former netting the 100th in November of that year. While in 2024, Terunofuji has taken that figure to 102, becoming the third Mongolian-born to reach the personal tally of 10. He's now naturalized Japanese, of course, as is Tamawashi, who nearly 21 years post-debut has set a new record for successive bouts fought. This timeline is not exhaustive, of course. The debut of the first foreign student Yokozuna surely deserved a mention, but is detailed enough to convey the sheer scale of Mongolian triumph, which has altered the face of pro sumo forever.